We are live. Oh. Somebody checked in. I was beginning to wonder. Amy's here. Good to see you. Nobody was here Sunday. I waited for 12 minutes. So I got thinking, well, maybe there was another game on or something. I don't know. So I was just hoping somebody would be here tonight. You are the first one in, so you have you get the best virtual seats in the house. So there you go. Good to see you. Thanks for checking in. Just turned it on. No, perfect timing. Welcome to Wind Down Wednesday. So good to see you here. Let me adjust this. There we go. Thanks so much. Love that photo. That was awesome. Those are some pretty cool glasses. And yeah, Elton John would have been proud. Those are some seriously cool shades. They kind of, yeah, they were definitely a Flower Child era set of shades. Those were cool. So good color on those too. That was really neat. I couldn't tell if that was in front of your new home or the one you're still in, but soon to be your former home. I recognized the front porch. I just couldn't remember. I think it was trying to look at the front door. It's been so long. I don't know. Yeah, John Lennon too. Absolutely. Yeah, because if they were Elton John, they'd be like this big. At my side door, soon to be formed. Okay. Yeah, something about that didn't remind me of the front door because I remember a screen door or something. So that was what it was. So, cool. You look lovely, by the way, and that was a great shot. So good photo. Did you take that today? I know I've got clients that are getting ready to go back to Chicago and Minnesota, and they were talking about there's been snow back there today, and they're so glad to be here in Arizona in 70-degree weather. But I've been kind of watching that storm, but I didn't know how much of Ohio was going to get that. Yesterday, yeah, because it definitely looks springy there, not winter at all. Oh, it's been raining? Yeah. Gene's here. Hi, Gene. Welcome. Wind Down Wednesday. So maybe you got him. Mike McCabe. Good to see you, Mike. Mike's up in Michigan. Mike, you getting all that snowstorm? Amy's in Ohio. She has rain. I've got seasonal clients here that I saw yesterday and today. They're getting ready to go back to Chicago, back to Minnesota. And they're shoveling snow back there. So they said, my client today was a husband and wife, and they said he loves to get on the phone and tell all his friends about the weather here, because it ticks everybody else off, because they're back there snowed in. I mean, they just have to stay at home and trying to stay cold. And he's talking about going out to the Salt River, which is what my friend Kelsey and I did on Monday, and it was awesome. See the wild horses. It was mid-80s, maybe low 80s that day. It's great. So my seasonal clients are staying here till end of April and then end of May, and they're loving it. Amy says, getting a storm in the middle of the night tonight. Ooh. Batten the doors down and bundle. Mike has just rain too, and he's up in Michigan, 62 right now. Awesome. I think we got to 74 today because we had some kind of a storm come in the other day. No rain, but our temperatures went from 90 to 80 to 74 for the high. And I had my windows open here in my bathroom and my bedroom. I got a nice breeze, and it's supposed to get down, I think, it's 55 last night and 40 something tonight. So I know. Do you know what? I was just listening to that song yesterday, Amy. I'm not kidding. And I played it once when I was still in my house. Like, there were a bunch of those that I did kind of a one and done. I'd never played that before. And I got watching the music video for that. And I thought, you know, I love that song. I got to relearn that. And I haven't had time. So, yes, synchronicity. Like Scrantonicity. You know, during the shutdown 2 years ago, I never watched The Office. I'd heard about it. So I started watching a couple of episodes on YouTube, and I got totally sucked in, and I bought the first 3 seasons, and I've never really binge watched anything. So during the shutdown here, I binge watched like the first 3, then I bought another season or 2, and then I started cherry picking episodes in, like, you know, when Pam and what's his name got married and all. So I started like picking out researching and finding out the big ticket episodes, and then I watched the last couple for the finale and everything. But that band Scrantonicity is so funny. So synchronicity, yeah. So we're here tonight. I got to relearn that song. You're My Universal Nudge. I forgot about it since yesterday. It's like, I love that song, Wild Horses. I think I had the 45 of that when I was like in 5th or 6th grade or something. Your fave? Yeah. Oh, yeah, The Office. I love that love story. So welcome, everybody, to Wind Down Wednesday. Sip 'em if you got 'em. So I like to do background, of course, as an artist. I'm sure you do too, with songs, movies. And I read an interview with what's his name that plays Jim. So he had his audition, and he met I forgot the actors' names. The actress played Pam. He met her like in a hallway right before they auditioned, one of the two of them. And they'd never met before, and said, hey, hello, and I'm auditioning for this, and I'm auditioning for that. And they said, well, good luck, and hope you get it. And then, so they each had their auditions separate. So when they called, what's his name, that played Jim back, he said, hey, they said, well, you got the part. And he goes, hey, did that other woman, did she get the part? And they said, yeah. And they said, what's funny is that she asked the very same thing about you. So they had they're not a real couple, but they had a great on-screen connection, and they both immediately connected well enough to wonder if the other one got the role, just in that quick meeting. So that's the stuff I love, because that stuff comes out on screen. And you can just tell they had a fond friendship, and it really showed up, I think, in the way their characters, they portrayed their characters. So, and of course all the writing and stuff, but that was great casting. And I saw what all the buzz was. Especially anybody that's worked in corporate America at all. Doesn't matter if you're selling paper or whatever. A lot of the stories were the same. Names were changed, but the stories were the same, as they say. So I enjoyed that show. That was funny. So I've got a digital collection of like the first 3 or 4 seasons, and then some individual ones. Z's here. Hey, are you still working the outage, dude? Thanks for taking the time to tune in. It's good to see you, all of you. As always, a small yet distinguished group of tribesmates, tribespeople. Thanks for tuning in. So glad you did. Sunday I waited like 12 minutes and nobody showed us, like no big deal, so I just deleted that because it was me sitting here playing chords. And then Friday I have a late afternoon booking, and then I'm busy after that, taking a friend to late lunch dinner, so to catch up. So I don't think I'm not gonna be here Friday. I'll be back Sunday. So I didn't want to go Sunday to Sunday, hoping not being able to play. So I'm glad you're all here tonight. So not trying to wrangle you in and hope that you'll stay, but if that hook is appetizing, bite it and stick around this evening, because I don't think I'll be here until Sunday again. So I'm so glad you're here. All right, Dave. Z, I know you're staying safe in that outage. Good to see you. Thanks for checking in. And yeah, so let's get some music going. I always love warming up with some kind of Steve Poltz. So tonight we'll do this kind of Steve Poltz. He had this on the soundtrack to that Hugh Grant movie, Notting Hill. It was kind of a little bit more of a rocky version, but this is the original. So I love this one. Well, I love everything about you. And I love the way you comb your hair. And I love the way you sashay in the room. Your perfume lingers in the air. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. And I love the way you lick your lips, dear. You've got fireworks in your head. I love the way you bring me water. When I'm thirsty in your bed. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. You are surely kissed by angels. Just look at the freckles on your face. You've got the devil in your eyes. You disappear without a trace. I love sneaking up behind you when you're looking in the mirror. The way your eyes lock into mine, dear. Without guilt and without fear. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. All right, a little Steve Poltz movie soundtrack music to kick off Wind Down Wednesday. Oh, thanks, Amy. Oh, good, Gene. I'm glad you like that. Steve's never going to be a bad choice to kick off any of Wednesday or Friday or Sundays. So, welcome to Wind Down Wednesday. Sip 'em if you got 'em. I'm gonna do another double shot of Steve Poltz. I like this song. If you look to the east where the sun never sets, I'll be there at the top of the stairs, you could bet. So just pick up the phone, make a call, all your own, and I'll be there when you say your last little prayer. La la la, la la, la la. You hold your head in your hands, and I don't have a way. I'm inside your body and just hang out and stay. And everybody's asking when you're coming back, and I don't have an answer, so I fade out in the black. Who knows how I feel today? I suppose I'll slowly fade away, fade away. Uh-huh. Well, in I walk so slowly through the broken glass outside, treading oh so cautiously. I'm wondering where you hide. And I got notes stacked on my walls, kisses oh so sweet. And all I do is wonder when again the two shall meet. Who knows how I feel today? I suppose I'll slowly fade away, fade away. Uh-huh. Do you hear me talking to you? Oh, hello again. How do you do? Good morning, I miss waking up, I said, oh. Good morning, I miss waking up with you. Uh-huh. $100 phone bill multiplied by 5. You look like a phone to me. Hey, are you still alive? And dirty plates and bottles, will they decorate my floor? And I got lots of so-called friends just knocking on my door. Who knows how I feel today? I suppose I'll slowly fade away, fade away. Uh-huh. Do you hear me talking to you? Oh, hello again. How do you do? Good morning, I miss waking up, I said, oh. Good morning, I miss waking up with you. Uh-huh. Okay. There's a double shot of Steve Pulse to kick off Wind Down Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, thank you, Amy. Faith's here. So my muse said, remember to follow through, which I do to the best of my ability, with my promise to my friends with music. And so I was ready on Sunday. Don't feel sad. I waited 12 minutes and everybody was busy doing something, so nobody showed up, but I had this ready to go for you. Maybe it was last Friday when you checked in and I said I got to relearn that George Strait. So I did, and I kind of had a feeling. Springsteen says, I have a feeling. So somewhere in the ether, my muse said, you better do what you said you were going to do, like you always try to do, and pick that song back up. So I did. So I had it ready on Sunday. I ran through it earlier, like a half hour before 15 minutes before I fired up my computer. So, all right, so here we go, Faith. Haven't played this in a while, but here's a little bit of George Strait by request. Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Everything that I've got is just what I've got on. When that sun is high in the Texas sky, I'll be bucking at the county fair. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo, I'll be there. Took my saddle in Houston, broke my leg in Santa Fe. Lost my wife and a girlfriend somewhere along the way. When I've been looking for 8 when they pull that gate, and I hope that judge ain't blind. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's on my mind. Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Everything that I've got is just what I've got on. I ain't got a dime, but what I got is mine. I ain't rich, but Lord, I'm free. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's where I'll be. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo is where I'll be. Well, it needs some work, but I haven't played it in a while. So I like that song though. So all right, if you're still tuned in, Faith, I promised you to relearn that, and so I did to the best that I could. So I'll have to work on keeping that in my staple. Oh, thanks, Amy. Oh, Gene, yeah, I saw that. They had their big wedding reception. So yeah, sorry I couldn't be there. But I was there for the initial one because I officiated that wedding. But that looked like a great venue. Those are great pictures. Whoever posted those, you probably did. So happy anniversary to the newlyweds. I was honored to be their wedding officiant and had a hand in the initial wedding. So I hope they enjoyed that big reception and everybody that was able to attend that couldn't. Previously a year ago. So those are awesome. Thank you. And thank you for that. Thanks, Faith. I got to work on it. It's kind of hard when there's a whole lot of instruments in there, fiddles and all kinds of stuff, and you got to kind of you have to pick and choose when you're just playing a guitar what elements you can pick out of the melody to give the song, to honor the original, but to do what a number of instruments are doing. So just trying to get that initial intro down. So I'm playing those notes. I tried doing it down in first position in D, but it's better to just to bar it up here, but it takes more practice, but at least I got it down. I like that song, so thanks for hanging around. Thanks for the request, by the way. Yeah, so while I'm thinking about requests, Amy gave me this one last year, which I'd never heard. So I haven't practiced this one. I think I did it a week or so ago. So we'll try this one again. I like this song. This old man and me were in a bar and we having us some beers and swapping idle cares, and talking politics, blonde and red-haired chicks, old dogs and new tricks, and habits we ain't kicked. And talked about God's grace and all the hell we raised. And then I heard the old man say, God is great and beer is good, and people are crazy. He said, I fought 2 wars, been married and divorced. What brings you to Ohio? I said, damned if I know. We talked an hour or 2 about every girl we knew, what all we put them through, like 2 old boys will do. We pondered life and death. He lit a cigarette, said these damn things will kill me, yeah. But God is great, beer is good, people are crazy. Last call was 2 a.m. I said goodbye to him. I never talked with him again. And then one sunny day, I saw the old man's face, front page obituary. He was a millionaire. He left his fortune to some guy he barely knew. His kids were mad as hell. Me, I'm doing well. So I stopped by today, just say thanks and pray. And I left a 6-pack right there on his grave. And I said, God is great, beer is good, people are crazy. God is great, beer is good, people are crazy. Yeah. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. I had to wet my lips right before that on that last verse so I could get the whistling down. So I love that song. Thanks for that one. For that request, Amy. That's the gift that keeps on giving. I like that. I like that song. Gene says, oh, your niece was the photographer. Oh, good, more pics, yay. Oh, thanks, Amy. I don't get a chance to sing that very often, but I don't know. Sometimes I just start settling in with a song, you know? I feel like that's been happening a lot lately. Kind of out of nowhere. I haven't, I played around with this one last week, and then I saw that, that video that I sent you, Amy, that I saw, because you and I share a fondness for Julian Lennon. So, and I played around with this. I have to remember the picking pattern. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. I imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will is one. Woo! Where's John Lennon when we need him? We need a lot more of that today, but there are musicians. Julian Lennon never recorded, or even, I don't know if he played, but he never recorded that song. He said he would never do that. And that was honoring his father's legacy, I believe, without reading why. I just know why. That was his father's song. And also, he suffered a lot from critics who just blamed him for having to have one of the most, what did that documentary that I saw on him? One of the most recognizable voices on the planet. Just happens to sound like his dad. And Steven Tyler was so funny in that documentary. He goes, so if you have the talent of your daddy and you sound like your daddy, well, I can't say it, but he says, tell all the jocks in the world, meaning the disc jockeys, to go F themselves. He was so funny. He loved Julian. They sang together, and he goes, he just happens to sound like his dad, and he happens to have an immense talent of his own. What's wrong with that? And so people have eviscerated him for decades just for being the person he is, not trying to imitate his dad. He's his own man. He makes beautiful music. He's a wonderful creator. He's an awesome world-class photographer too. You know, he's an artist. But so I love the fact that he never wanted to record that song, but he did do that video version which I love, with Nuno Bettencourt from Extreme. He's the guy in that song More Than Words, playing all that great guitar. I love that guy. And he had his hair short for a long time. I'm the only one that's going to notice this stuff. But so I saw in that video, had his hair grown out again, which was awesome. And he's a fantastic guitar player. I love the fact that, I didn't even know they were friends, of course. I don't know them, but that they did that song together, and with all those candles. And it was time that his dad's song needed to be heard at a time right now that people need to hear that. And I love that he recorded it for those reasons. And so I won't repeat it, but I stand with Steven Tyler for anybody that, all the jocks out there that think different. So anyway, I just, so when I saw that video, I got remembering, it's like, oh, I gotta relearn that song. So I did, and I could have played it Sunday and I forgot. So I'm glad I remembered the lyrics though. So that's a song for today. That's one of those timeless songs. Peace. And the whole message behind that's okay, that's my message. End of sermon, as Springsteen would say. Back to the music. Let me get caught up here. Oh, Kels is here. Hey, thanks for checking in. Very beautiful, one of my faves. Yep, I love that. Thanks, Gene. I know, it's a beautiful song. Oh, thank you, Amy. Oh, Nuno Bettencourt. Yeah, so you guys remember that song. That was a funny story, because I was, you know, in my previous career, raising a family, it was like a decade there of 90s to 2000s where I really didn't listen to the radio. I didn't know what was going on with music. We were just working 12.5-hour plus shifts and trying to raise a family, working 6 days on and 3 days off and stuff. So there was this hit song on the radio that was beautiful called More Than Words by this band called Extreme. And I worked with people that knew their music and I didn't. And they said, what's so funny is that people heard that song on the radio, it was a big hit, and they were going out to buy their album. And this woman I worked with said, they're in for a big surprise because they are really heavy, like rock. That was a one-off, that one song. And I love watching the music video. The original music video for that, it's got all their band guys, they put their instruments down and they're sitting there on chairs with their feet up. And the one guy's got it looks like a chow, a big dog that he's petting. It's so sweet, it's cool. And it's just Gary Sharon, who was the lead singer, and Nuno Bettencourt doing the guitar. That's all it was for that song. And Nuno's guitar work is just great. So I haven't followed him a lot, but he shows up at times with other people's stuff. And he's just an awesome guitarist. He's got good energy, you can tell. And when I saw him, I went, who's playing that guitar? And then they came around and was like, oh my God, it's Nuno Bettencourt with Julian Lennon, who I love. And it's like, that's a great match. It's like, and Julian obviously chose him for that. So that's energy seeking like energy. That's the way I put it. It's just great. So they did a great job lighting that set with all the candles and everything. And you know, Julian could have done that by himself, just playing the piano, because he's an awesome guitar player and piano player. But I love that he brought Nuno in and they just did it that way. Just unplugged, acoustic, great song, always. So that's a little bit more to the story about that I know of I don't know how all that came together. I just happened to see it and I loved it. So thanks for tuning in, my tribe. Let me see. What is my muse saying? What else? Yeah, she said she didn't give me a song. She said play some Jim Croce about a song or two ago, and I went, oh okay, yeah. Just feels like a folk singer kind of night, I think. Yeah, and I think that song from John Lennon crosses genres, and that's a good folk singer song. So let's do a little Jim Croce. Well, I know it's kinda late. I hope I didn't wake you, but what I've gotta say can't wait. I know you'd understand, but every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song. Yeah, I know it's kinda strange, but every time I'm near you, I'll just run out of things to say. I know you'd understand, but every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song. Every time the time was right, all the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song. Yeah, I know it's kinda late. I hope I didn't wake you, but there's something that I just gotta say. I know you'd understand, but every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song. My muse said, hey, do this other one. And I went, oh, I haven't done this one in a while. And I'm like, okay. So this is a conversation part of my brain's having while I'm playing and singing. Another Jim Croce. We'll do a double shot of Jim Croce. Hang on. I haven't done this one in a while. Wow, I can't believe, that's been so long, I can't believe I can't remember the opening of this. Sorry. I'm missing a chord. Well, maybe it'll come back to me. If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you. If I could make days last forever, if words couldn't make wishes come true, I'd save every day like a treasure, and then again I would spend them with you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with. If I had a box just for wishes and dreams that had never come true, how they were answered by you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with. Oh, haven't done that one in a while. Little double shot of Jim Croce. Oh, thanks, Kels. Thanks, Amy. Yeah, those are always, a good song is always going to be a good song. Thanks for tuning in. My Wind Down Wednesday crowd, sip them if you got them. I hope you're having a good night. Oh, excuse me, I had soup earlier. Oh, as fun as always. Oh, the harmonics, yeah, me too. I know, me too. I have to play those. That's honoring the song. It's really nice, just perfectly placed. And then that D minor from top to bottom. Just awesome. Let's see. Before I run out of time. Oh, let me do that Elvis song that I played Friday. That's right, to celebrate Amy purchasing her parents' house and remodeling it right next door to her. So this is the song I felt like creatively, this is you singing to your home, your new forever home. It's an awesome ranch style house. So this Elvis song came to me and I had to relearn it. And I dedicated it to you and your new forever house. So I wanted to play that. Home is where the heart is, and my heart is anywhere you are, anywhere you are is home. I don't need a mansion on a hill that overlooks the sea. Anywhere you're with me is home. Maybe I'm a rolling stone on a mountain march, but everything that I hold dear is close enough to touch. For home is where the heart is, and my heart is anywhere you are, anywhere you are is home, 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 home. Maybe I'm a rolling stone on a mountain march, but everything that I hold dear is close enough to touch. For home is where the heart is, and my heart is anywhere you are, anywhere you are is home, 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 home. There you go. That's a dedication to you and your new forever home. Remodeling the home you grew up in, your father built with his own hands, and living right next door to that currently in a home that your father also built with his own hands. And we know we miss them, they're gone, but now you get to have that home, and you're making it your own. What a beautiful story. It is just that was a date with destiny, and I know it's sad, but it's also wonderful. All the memories are there. I believe space holds memory. I heard that years ago, and it's true. Space holds memory. So all of that, and you get to make your own new memories there. So welcome home. I think that's what your home is saying to you. That's just creatively. That's why I heard that song, and I went, "Oh, this is a dialogue between the two of you, you and your new house." You had never heard that? Yeah, that's from the movie Kid Galahad, where he plays a boxer. So you can go to YouTube and type in Elvis, Home is Where the Heart Is, and the first thing that will pop up is the scene from that movie where he sings that. And Joan Blackman is the actress I mentioned that he's singing to, and she was also his love interest in Blue Hawaii. So she plays Miley. Same actress. She was in 2 movies with Elvis. So I love that little scene. It's really nice where they're sitting outside and he's singing that to her. So I'm glad you liked that one. That's a good song. Good song's always a good song. So speaking of, I feel like I need to do a double shot of Elvis. So I did this one like a week ago. I haven't done this in forever, and I haven't practiced it since, but it just came to me. So Acapulco, sleeping in the bay. Acapulco, wake up and greet the day. Time to tell the guitars and sleepy-eyed stars to be on their way. It's such a beautiful morning for a holiday. So now come on, you old sleepyhead, see the skies turning red, and you're still in bed. There's fun in Acapulco, Acapulco, look here comes the sun. Acapulco, this is the day for fun. I can't wait till I meet your sweet senoritas, kiss everyone. This is no time for siesta, this is time for fun. Hey now come on, you old sleepyhead, see the skies turning red, and you're still in bed. There's fun in Acapulco, Acapulco, look here comes the sun. Acapulco, this is the day for fun. I can't wait till I meet your sweet senoritas, kiss everyone. This is no time for siesta, this is time for fun. This is no time for siesta, this is time for fun. This is no time for siesta, this is time for fun. Oh, I love that little song. And also the chiropractor where I rent my office space, her mom works the front desk a couple days a week, and she was asking me yesterday, so where are you going on vacation this year? And I went, well, I went to Maui last year and I got trained in an ancient Hawaiian style of massage healing called Lomi Lomi, and also hot stone trained. And I went, first vacation in 6 years. First time in the ocean in 6 years. I have to go at least once a year, and I was way overdue. And I'm not even thinking about where I need to go on vacation. And every year is another trip around the sun. And I told her, Lauren's mom, because it's Dr. Lauren, I go, Lauren's mom, you are my universal messenger. It's like, I need to plan on going, I need to take some time to go on a vacation. And I love that song, that Fun in Acapulco. I really want to go back to the islands too. So that was my third trip to the islands last year, and I hadn't been in a decade, in 10 years. And I really need some more time to go get back in touch with that Hawaiian island energy or something. So Fun in Acapulco. So Acapulco sounds like a fun place. Elvis played a cliff diver in that movie, as I recall. So I love that little song though. It's like a sleeping in the morning, getting up, have some breakfast, going out and hitting the beach. Man, that's nirvana for me. So anyway, I had a little double shot of Elvis. Yeah, thanks, Amy. That's a fun song. Oh, all right. We're coming up toward the end. I had this one ready on Sunday. I haven't checked the tuning. It was in tune. I think it's pretty good. So this is my tuned down guitar, tuned down one step or 2 frets. So this is that. I'm going to end on this one. From the Lake House, little Paul McCartney song. Kelsey likes this song too. Me too. We're fans of that movie. I really like that. And then I learned this song last year, I think. But I had to tune it down a little because Paul's vocal range is still a little higher than mine. So I haven't rehearsed it, but I kept the guitar out. I'm very sure this never happened to me before. I met you and now I'm sure this never happened before. And now I see this is the way it's supposed to be. I met you and now I see this is the way it should be. This is the way it should be for lovers. They shouldn't go it alone. It's not so good when you're on your own. So come to me. Now we can be what we wanna be. I love you and now I see this is the way it should be. This is the way it should be. This is the way it should be for lovers. They shouldn't go it alone. It's not so good when you're on your own. I'm very sure this never happened to me before. I met you and now I'm sure this never happened before. This never happened before. This never happened before. This never happened before. Woo! There's my version of that. I try to keep it as close to the original as possible to honor that, but I had to tune that one down a little bit to play that song, so I'm glad I remembered to play that. So, oh, right on time, right at the top of the hour. 8 p.m. here. Those of you on Eastern are probably, oh man, 3 hours ahead. At least 10 or 11. Thank you for sticking in and hanging in here tonight. Oh, thanks, Kels. I know, I love that song. I loved that movie for years, and I don't know why I kept hearing that song in the movie, and I would go, oh, I like that, and then I'd forget about it. Finally, last year I went, I want to learn that song, and so I did. So there you go. Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Gene. Thanks for checking in. Wish the newlyweds well on the 1-year anniversary of their wedding. That was awesome. Amy's up at 11 o'clock. Well, you always were a night owl. Me too. Still am. So 8 o'clock, and I'm just going, I'm trying to think about what I want to do for dinner. I'm trying not to order a delivered pizza and wings. It's really working on me. That which now shall not be spoken of. So that's what I told Kelsey my code word is for frozen pizzas or delivered pizza, which is that which should not be mentioned. Thanks. You're welcome. Thanks for checking in. Thank you all for being here tonight. It was a great night of music. As I mentioned at the opening, Amy just had dinner at 11 o'clock, right before that at 10 o'clock. I love that. See, it's only 8 o'clock here, and I'm just getting to think about what dinner might be. So, such is the life of nocturnal artists, which I love. So, we're not vampires, but we certainly keep their hours. So, I've said that for a long time. Anyway, Friday, I have a late afternoon client, and it's going to go into the evening, so I'm probably not going to be here Friday unless things change. So I wanted to make sure I got tonight in because everybody was busy Sunday. So if things change, I'll put up a banner saying I'm playing Friday, but otherwise I don't plan on it. So I will be back Sunday, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for Soulful Sunday. And thank you all for checking in tonight. As always, you music needs an audience, man. It has to breathe. So you guys do that for me. So thank you so much. And as always, namaste. The divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Thank you for keeping yourselves healthy, keeping those immune systems bolstered up. If you're back east, keep yourself warm. If you're out here in the Sonoran Desert, get out and get some sunshine. It's awesome. We were on the Salt River on Monday, and it was fantastic. So start of the season, so we're getting ready for that. Soak up that vitamin D. Be healthy. Get some color. I got my color back again. So Kelsey says, thank you. You're welcome, you and Amy. Thanks so much for checking in, everybody. So I plan on being back Sunday. So so Friday will be a hooky day as far as music goes, as far as I know. I'll be back Sunday. Hopefully have some time to practice some stuff, and always trying to keep content fresh for all of you, so it's not the same stale thing. So we'll see what we can whip up. I do have an idea. I found something really cool on YouTube. I don't want to put a dangling carrot out there, but I don't want to spill the beans either. I found something cool that I could do on a couple of songs, trying something new that I haven't done before without the guitar, and but I can sing along to them. So I have to go practice those some more. I'm going to load them up behind me and play them and then sing to you. So I'll have my own backing track. So that I think will be pretty cool. So maybe I can work up a couple of those before Sunday, and we'll try that. I like trying new things. So Amy, I just remembered this. I keep having these thoughts, and then they're just gone. That's my creative mind. What I wanted to do is take your bedtime lullaby, and I want to cue it up here, but I want to have a version of it without the guitar. So I'm going to play along to the album version with all the bells and whistles, and I'll have the vocals muted and the guitar muted, but I'll play those, but I have all the instruments and all the stuff behind me. So I keep thinking of doing that. For like 2 months I've been thinking, I should go do that. I'm looking at my recording studio, which is my 27-inch iMac in front of me. So I have to go in there, delete or mute the vocal tracks and the guitar tracks, and then I'll play both of those and play it behind me with all the instrumentation and all the stuff that I put on that song. I've been wanting to do that. I keep forgetting. I don't know if I'll be able to do it between now and Sunday, but yeah, I want to try that. Yeah, it'd be really cool, I think. Yeah, Kels, I think it's a for you and Amy. You guys are artists and would appreciate that, trying something new. But I'm wanting to do and play along with that and see how that. I haven't done it, so I'll try it, and then I'll send myself an MP3 and import that behind me and have that all that stuff going. It'd be kind of fun. So that and some other things. So we'll try to keep fresh content and keep things kind of jazzed up a little bit for all of my tribe. So thank you for being here, all of you. So this is Wednesday, so enjoy the rest of your week. Ushering into the weekend, I will be, unless things change, I'll be back on Sunday. We'll look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for checking in. I'm going to archive this right away, and we'll see you soon.